Ancnoc 18-year Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. Should this be your next bottle? Stay tuned for the Whiskey Whistle. Greetings, my whiskey people. Mark Kaufman here from WhiskyWhistle on YouTube, sharing a little whiskey awesomeness from Winnipeg, the center of North America. Bringing you Ancnoc 18-year Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey, 18 years old. This is a mix of ex-sherry and ex-bourbon, probably about half and half, maybe a little bit more bourbon than sherry, 46% ABV. And also it is naturally colored and it's unchill filtered. So we've got everything we want here from a top tier whiskey. Now, great packaging, fairly simple. I like the color splash. That's pretty nice. It's very showy. And Ancnoc, if you don't know, this is from the Knock Do distillery in Speyside. All right, I'm going to get rid of the tube and let's get this poured. We'll check out the color, the legs. Then we'll also try the nose, the palate, and the finish, the smells, tastes, and aftertaste. Add a little bit of water, do the same thing again, and then give it a Whiskey Whistle whiskey score. And if you're here for the first time, then why not throw up a thumbs up for this video. Subscribe to the channel right over here to see all that's new, what's coming up in the future. You'll get notified. And if you're really enjoying Whiskey Whistle, then how about jumping in and checking me out on Patreon, patreon.com/WhiskyWhistle. Support the channel, get your name in the credits at the end of this video and almost every video. And you'll also get advanced viewing of future Whiskey Whistles and a Whiskey Whistle glass when you reach a certain threshold. Okay, so check that out. Let's have a look at the color together, shall we? We've got a nice basic, kind of like an amber, just straight up amber hue. It's not coppery, it's not reddish like a sherry hue. So fairly kind of even keel color, but the great thing is it's natural, which is awesome. Yeah, beautiful shade. Maybe a deeper amber for sure. Very nice. And let's check out the legs together, shall we? I love checking out the legs, the teardrops, the tears. That, to me, it tells me a lot about the viscosity of the whiskey. So let's have a look together, shall we? Here we go. And the first legs fairly brisk to come down, but the secondary legs are taking a long time to start their trickle downwards. Very long time. So this is telling me that I can expect, well, I think a fairly rich mouthfeel. Let's see if that's true. Okay. So if you've tried this, then leave a comment with your tasting notes. Let people know what you think of this whiskey. Is this on your whiskey shelf, or do you not like it and you've given it away? So just let us know in the comments, okay? Here we go. On the nose, even though it's subtle, the sherry is really captivating on the first nose. And it's presenting as like light raspberry candy. Maybe even a bit of cranberry. And we've got powdered sugar. Those old-fashioned tin of candies. That's a really good tasting, smelling note for this. Just a light little bit of a kiss of vanilla, but it's really this very fruity, slightly sherry forward nose that we're getting here with this raspberry, this old tin of those, powdery coated candies, whatever they're called, pastilles or whatnot. And you might notice the new little studio here. It's a work in progress. I'll be moving the camera around and getting out from behind the bar eventually, so stay tuned for that. The camera, the mic is placed in the best possible location to deliver the best possible sound. And perhaps these will eventually become, I don't know, I might put some of these in a podcast eventually, but I think it's important to have really great sound for people that are, I don't know, maybe doing what I do sometimes and listening to, for example, Ralphie or Roy or Scott and Bart at the Scotch Test Dummies while I'm driving, not watching, never watching. Okay, another little bit of a nose here. There's like this really, almost like the powdered drink crystals. Let's say strawberry, raspberry, maybe a bit of like mixed berry type of that very, very bright, very, very, I don't want to say sharp, but prickly, bright, fruity note. Maybe a little bit of Fun Dip Liquimade. Love that stuff. I still have it now and again. I'm a kid at heart. All right, let's get into the palate. Cheers, folks. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are. The palate really carries forward, follows through with the nose. We've got the raspberry. We've got something kind of melon-esque, giving it that slight musky tone. Okay. The malt is coming through a little bit on the palate. You can tell that is a really sweet, fruity character of a new make coming out of the Ancnoc distillery. We've still got a little bit of the raspberry, and now there's just a slight saline-esque note here. So it's almost more like a saltwater taffy style of raspberry, like a toffee. That would be a good example of how it tastes. Now that mouthfeel, it's mouth coating. I would say it's medium body, but oh my goodness, the finish on this is super, super long. Those sweet candies kind of fade out very slowly. That kiss of vanilla, powdered vanilla, vanillin powder. Boy, the fruit flies, they're coming in. Look at this. Yeah, they like that Ancnoc. Get out of here. You. Stay away from my whiskey. Get your own. Was that Rex? Okay, the mooch. Let's get back into that. One more taste. Saltwater taffy, raspberry on a slightly salty, some kind of a creme fraiche or something like that. It's creamy. 18 years old now. It seems more like 16. Okay, so that's one detriment here. But everything is just wonderful here. And I see they talk about chocolate. I'm not getting any chocolate here. And by the way, this is all in French. Why is this all in French? Nave. Épices douces. Fruits sèches. Fruits sèches sucrés. Chocolat. Orange beurre et cuir. here? I have no idea. Oil? Leather? Leather oily? Okay. I shouldn't have read that. Maybe a hint of chocolate coming in there. In hindsight, I get some orange, but for me, that's more like raspberry from that little bit of sherry here. And I'm going to add a fair little bit of water, about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do a little bit more than that. So far, the palette neat to me is performing beyond expectations, except for the apparent lack of markers of age, but that's not a detriment per se because we've got something that's really fabulous here. Okay, let's check out the nose with water. Okay, so now with water, I'm getting that oily leather. And maybe that's the salinity that I was talking about. A little bit of roasted coffee as well. And some hot chocolate powder, raspberry flavored hot chocolate powder. Come on, Rex. Oh, he's coming. Whoa. Yeah, I know it's you. Oh, poor Rex. You'll have to send another little spy. Goodbye. Fall in fun. I love those guys. Okay, now I'm liking this with water. The age is showing here, so that's really, really interesting. It really wasn't without water. I regret looking at those notes, but they're right on the back, and it's just like anything. Words speak, man. The written word speaks. Interesting. Just a little prelude before we get into things here. Make sure you check out the online Scotch Whisky Awards that Ralphie and Roy have put together, and myself and 23 other YouTube channels, including Ralphie and Roy, have collaborated to come up with a short list of nominated whiskeys in a bunch of categories. So it's up to you now, the public, to vote for your favorite amongst what we've chosen. So check that out. It'll be a very collaborative whiskey of the year in a bunch of different categories, distiller of the year, etc. So please check that out. Pardon me. oswa.co.uk. Okay. All right. Another taste here with water. Much more well balanced with water. It was fairly one-sided, fruity, a little salty without water, but you add water and you get this just amazing leathery, chocolatey, spicy sort of a thing. And it is just like the tasting notes here with water. I'm getting more fresh fruits than dried. But anyway, you check that out. Give me your thoughts. And now we'll get on to the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Ancnoc 18. What is that going to be, folks? It's going to be 91 out of 100. You heard it, 91 out of 100 is the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Ancnoc 18. I need another sip of this. Who is that? I need another sip of this. Oh, this definitely needs a malt hug. And a malt kiss. Mwah. Very nice, well made to Inverhouse Distillers, and the owners, I think they're Thai Bev or something like that. Good job, keep it up, let them do what they do, don't meddle in their stuff. All right, anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Leave your comments. What are your thoughts on this whiskey? How do you like the new setup, and what do you want to see from WhiskyWhistle going forward? Let me know, okay? I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified of future Whiskey Whistles, and do check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/WhiskyWhistle. Take care, folks. Oh, what's next? That's going to be Springbank 15.